Well, hello and welcome to this peaceful Good Friday craft. I hope that you are well. What we're going to do today is we are going to make an Easter garden, and I'm going to show you how. It's really straightforward to do. What you need to do is just go out to your garden and just grab a few little bits, which I'm sure you've already got. You'll need a small rock, you'll need some blue tack, but if you don't have blue tack you can get away with it using some sellotape. You'll need some soil, okay? You'll need a plastic cup or a little beaker or a mug. You'll need a pair of scissors, so that's a parent help time. And then you'll need some paper. Now I've got some coloured paper, I've got some yellow paper, I've got some white paper, I've got some blue and some green, but you can get away with just having white as long as you've got some felt tips. Okay, so I've got a range of felt tips and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. You need an empty cereal box, and then lastly you need some twigs. Okay, so that is what you need to help you to create your own Easter garden. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get my cereal box, and I'm just going to slice the top off it. I've got my box. Now, to make this a little bit more secure, what I'm going to do is to get some sellotape and just to sellotape up the front so there's a bit of a ledge on it. That's the basis of my Easter garden. Now what you need to remember is that on the day before Good Friday, Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane, and in the Garden of Gethsemane he prayed, and while he was praying he prayed that God would help him through what he knew would be a really difficult time. So we're going to build the garden for a moment. So whilst Jesus was in the garden, he prayed, and he prayed that this cup, this difficult thing he was going to do, would be taken from him, but he also said, not my will done, but what God's will, what my dad's will is. So he leaves the garden and then goes on trial, and then that's where we get to for what we're doing today. He ends up dying on a cross and being put in a tomb, and that's what we're thinking about today in Good Friday. So I'm going to make a little room, taking my cup. Could be a plastic cup, it might be a mug, and I'm going to make a little tomb. Okay, and I'm just going to put some soil around that. Try not to make too much of a mess. We know is that Jesus died on a cross, but not only did he die on a cross, the Bible says he died with at least 2 other people. So we're going to make 3 crosses. So to do this, I've got just a twig that I've got out of the garden, and ideally I need some blue tack. Sellotape will do, and I'm going to chop 6 lengths of wood. So I'm going to do 3 longer ones and 3 shorter ones. What I'm going to do is, now they're chopped, I'm going to put them into a cross shape. So to do that, I'm taking my thinner one, I'm going to put it next to my long one, and with a little bit of blue tack I'm going to put those 2 bits together. So we take one of the longer pieces and one of the shorter pieces and put that together, and then put that cross in the soil, and then I'm going to do that for the 2 others. So there are my 3 crosses. We also know that when Jesus was taken off the cross, he was put in the tomb and a stone was put in front of it. And that was a sad, sad moment where Jesus, the Son of God, died and was placed in the tomb. And he was there from Good Friday all the way through to Easter Sunday. Now, an Easter garden isn't just about Good Friday, but that's where we're up to with the story. It's also about new life and hope, because on Easter Sunday, the stone, if you remember, was rolled away and Jesus was out of the tomb. Taking my yellow sheet of paper, but you can do this with a sheet of paper that you've coloured. I'm going to put a little bit of a sunrise there. Using my white bit of paper, I'm just going to colour some of it in to be grass. Chop that grass up and scatter it all over the soil. You can decorate your Easter garden as you want. You might even want to do a bit of colouring and make a river or a little stream. And that, my friends, is an Easter garden which you're quite easily able to make at home, and you can remember on Good Friday the stone being a front and Jesus being laid in the tomb, and come back to it on Easter Sunday, add the sun coming up and the stone moved away, and you can remember all the good things. I'm going to put some pictures on now, some of the other ones that other children have done, so you get some other creative ideas. But it'd be really great if you get some photos and put them on the feed. Thanks very much, and God bless you this Good Friday.